Hey there, Kirsten Snyder here. Welcome back to our avatar training within our Social Mastery Blueprint course. I am excited to dive in today because there are so many takeaways from this material just within this one training about your avatar that once you really hone in on something like this, it can dramatically magnify your business. And the reason I say that is because everything that we're talking about today within your avatar training is going to directly impact your retention and how long and why people stay with you. So it's not just the retention, it's also the aftermath of you actually building a brand and being able to influence and impact in a really great way, rather than just a quick money grab and then the next guy is gone the next day. Oh my gosh, where's my money? That kind of stuff. If you want to effectively use the online space, this avatar training will help you do that very specifically. So as I always say, make sure to pay attention, take notes, and in the PDF below, download that, fill it out, and take it seriously. Because when you do that, you will see how your content can shift. And then you're talking to the right people at the right time, which then does what? Increases your retention, which then does what? Increases your finances. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. You'll see a Google document here, which is similar to your PDF below. Be sure to download that right now if you have not already. Okay. First thing I want to talk about is when you try to talk to everyone, you talk to no one. So yes, you are an affiliate digital marketer. That's why you have this course, Social Mastery Blueprint. But that doesn't mean that you can just encompass everyone and talk to everyone because you think everyone wants to make money online. Yes, that's true. But until you talk to someone specifically and directly, you will only continue recruiting and trying, throwing mud at the wall until you actually understand who it is you're speaking with. So something in your PDF that I want you to pay attention to is when you try to talk to everyone, you talk to no one. It's not enough to just assume everyone wants to make money online. Yeah, everyone should, and maybe everyone does. But when you understand why and who that person is who wants to make money online, be an affiliate, be a digital marketer, all of that, then and only then can you actually increase retention, which then does what? Again, increases your finances. So in your PDF below, you'll see that I put, what does that mean to you and why is it important? As we go through this material, I want you to answer that question specifically. The reason I want you to answer it is because not only will it give you accountability, but it'll also tie in what we're talking about today so you can understand the concepts and actually take them seriously. Now, I know I've mentioned that already, but I'll tell you what, the reason I am teaching this is because when I was first taught this, I resisted it and thought it was silly. Oh, my avatar, who cares? The reality is it completely shifted my business when I actually understood who I was talking to and why something matters to them. My content then was produced in the way that made them want to sign up as if it was their idea, rather than me feeling like I'm throwing mud at the wall, nothing's sticking, and then I have to continue recruiting without that walkaway income. Okay. In affiliate and digital marketing, in the online space at all, whether that's multi-level, whether that's direct sales, wherever you're coming from within this course, Social Mastery Blueprint, you too need an avatar. So pay attention. Let's dive in. Okay. So first, avatar. What is an avatar? An avatar is a person of whom you're speaking to when you're wanting to help them, specifically for us in this course, making money online. Okay. Whether again, that's affiliate digital marketing, that's multi-level, that is direct sales, that's an e-commerce store, whatever it is, you have to know who it is you're speaking with. Okay. So for me, my avatar's name is Janet. She is 34 years old. She is a female. She lives in Austin, Texas. She's got 3 kids and she is married. Okay. Her occupation right now, she's a stay-at-home mom, but in the past, she was in corporate as a sales rep. Okay. And her annual income ranged from 50 to 60K a year. Her level of education, none. She graduated high school, but then didn't actually pursue college. Now, the interesting part about that is that's a lot like me. Okay. I'm unsharing my screen because I get passionate about it. That's a lot like me. I personally don't have a college degree. I chose not to attend college after trying to do it. It just wasn't my fit. I also have 3 kids and I'm married. So for me to talk directly to Janet is simple already because I already understand where she's coming from. Now, as we dive in, as you can see in the PDF that you hopefully downloaded it already, right? As you can see in the PDF, we'll go into more details about Janet or whoever your avatar's name, okay? Because you need to understand who it is you're speaking with and what makes them tick, what makes them in pain, what makes them in a dream, okay? So sharing my screen again, going back, occupational details, that is important because then you understand their history or their current situation for why they are struggling with their time, their finances, whatever else, okay? Goals, personal goals. I'm not going to take the time to fill this out, but I encourage you to really get specific with it. Again, when you try to talk to everyone, you talk to no one. So these goals need to be like you read their diary. Write that down if you're a note taker. These goals need to be like you read their diary. You have to understand your avatar, Janet, so well that when you produce content, you are speaking directly to them. Because what does that do, my friend? As you guys heard, it increases retention, which then does what? Ripple effects into increased in your bank account and your finances. Okay. You want to increase retention, not just the one and done commissions. You want to have something that's sustainable, right? This avatar training is teaching exactly that. So, goals personally, maybe she, wants to lose weight. And again, I'm not going to type this out right now. I won't take the time to do so, but get specific. If you know that Janet in Austin, Texas, with 3 kids wants to lose 30 pounds, write it down. Because then what? You can produce content that lean into something like that. And then the conclusion is still to make money online and to have your offer be their solution, right? Which we'll get to here in just a moment. Personal goals, I would encourage writing at least 5 of them down. Again, the more specific you are, the more specific you can help your avatar. Professional goals, Janet for me is a stay-at-home mom, but I could talk about professional goals as far as what she had done in the past or how she wants to contribute now. Her being a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids, just like me, I want to be able to have income supplementary to what my husband does, right? Same with Janet. The more specific I know that, the more specific my content, which then allows Janet to what? Get into my offer because she feels like I understand her. It's relatable and it's real. Okay. Current pain. I want you guys to get into detail about this. It's not enough to just type, oh, Janet has anxiety. Yeah, so does a lot of people. But why do a lot of people have anxiety? Because of what? You have to dig deeper and understand what is causing the anxiety. Well, she wakes up feeling paralyzed, right? Because what? Bills piling up. 80K in debt, right? Now, I know this specifically about Janet because I too, like I said, was there. I used to be in $120,000 of unsecured debt. So for her to feel relatable to me allows her to take me seriously. So then when I present an offer, when I come to a conclusion of this is what I can help you with, this is how I make money online, this is how my affiliate program works, she wants to do it because she gets where I'm coming from because she is there. Do you know what I mean? Take notes, you guys. Hope you're taking notes. Now, current fears, again, it's not enough to just be like, oh, I'm fearful of my debt. No, dive in. Why is Janet fearful of her debt? Because of the impact it has later. Because she says no to her 3 kids in affording that Disney World trip. What's the fear? You have to really dive into that and really understand it in order to make an impact with your content. Okay. Content consumption details. The reason this is important for your avatar and for you to understand about your avatar is because then when you're talking to them, whether they have enrolled with you in your business or not, whether they are in their 5th month or they're brand new or they're thinking of signing up with you, you have to understand what the person consumes. Are they a person who watches a lot of drama and news? Are they a person who listens to Tony Robbins? Are they a person who has taken a course before in the past and it hasn't worked? If so, what course and who? You have to understand where they're coming from so then you can speak to them based on what they're used to. Okay. If my avatar, for example, loves Gary Vee, If you guys know Gary Vee, he's very direct. He's to the point. He's a little bit vulgar. I'm not going to be vulgar, but I know I could talk to my avatar, Janet, like Gary Vee if I know she loves his content, which allows her to what? Know, like, and trust me because it's familiar for her. Okay. That's super, super important. So write down the consumption part as far as what books they've read, what they've listened to, what thought leaders do they follow, all of that. Because there's a huge difference between someone like Gary Vee as a thought leader and someone like Les Brown. Les has humor, he's funny, all of that. Gary Vee can be those things too, but he's a bit more direct than Les Brown. Okay. When you know what they're consuming, you understand their fears, you understand where they're coming from because you get where they are. Okay. The reason this right here, what's your story? How do you relate to your avatar? The reason this is important is because it needs to be, again, like you read their diary. It needs to be where when you produce content, whether short form videos or long form videos on, say, a place like YouTube, or it's in a Facebook group, all of which we'll get to, by the way, so be sure to pay attention. It needs to be like you read their diary, because then they want to stay in your circle amongst all the things you have, which then does what? Again, avatar training equals retention. If you want to have walkaway income where it's scalable, where it's maximized, this avatar training needs to be taken seriously. Now, I would encourage writing 3 to 5 of them in detail. It needs to be like you read their diary. Because again, then you produce content that's relatable to them, which moves them to what? Take action naturally, not salesy, naturally. And then this one I love. How is your business going to add value to your avatar's life? You have to understand why your business offer is the solution. Okay. So unsharing my screen again. Pain, pain plus dream equals connection. They're in pain because of blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know 5 secret details of their life. You then produce content about those details. The dream is, hey, I'm in $80,000 of debt. Guess what? You can make money online by supplementing your income, right? The connection is what? Your offer. So again, whether that's direct sales, multi-level affiliate, digital marketing, a certain business structure, you have that solution, but they will only conclude that connection, that solution for your offer when you build a pain with them, you relate it to a dream with them, and then they conclude the connection of your offer, which then moves them to what? Take action and enroll with you, with your business. And then they want to stay, which increases retention because they feel you care, that you're relatable, and that you understand them. Again, know, like, and trust. Now, 3 benefit statements. I want you to go into detail with that. Again, not just a blanket statement of you'll increase financially. Okay, cool. But what about Janet does she want to increase? Financially, how? $500 a day or $500 a month? What does that look like for her? Okay. And same type of question here. They kind of bleed in together. If your avatar above started their online business now and hit it hard for 6 months, how will that change their life? Okay. How is your pain, then the dream connection of your offer? How is your offer going to change their life if they put their head down, they focus and do it for 6 months? What benefit, what aftermath, what conclusion are they going to have in working with you and your offer? Okay, write it down, be specific. Now, this one here, if you're wondering how to produce content, this one here, when you describe your business offer in a dozen words or less, when you produce content, you can go back to this statement every single time. It's kind of like a bio in a platform online. Okay, you help who do what by doing what? You have to be specific. Your avatar, okay? Your avatar is who you help. You help them by what? In doing what? Okay? All of which we'll get to here shortly in our other sections in this course. Now, take the avatar training seriously. Fill it out in the PDF below, and we'll see you on the next video.